What's up, guys? I'm back, and I've decided to make another Fantastic Four trailer. Um, Today we're gonna watch the trailer, and we're also gonna do some commentary, and we're just gonna listen in. All right, here we go. The channel's called Everything Always, so please subscribe to that channel. Show them some love. Tell them I sent you. It's a great channel. I've been watching them for years. All right, let's go. Oh, here we go. Everything Always.
Galactus asked too high a price.
Well, what does he want?
What did he ask?
He said, "Give us your child, and I will spare the Earth."
I am not giving him up. We will face this together as a family.
We will protect you.
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four, rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, I know I always make jokes about Marvel Studios and their TV spots leading up to a film's release. They always give so much away in these last 2 weeks. Here we are, a week and a day away from the Fantastic Four.
Bruh, this movie, it has to be successful, cause I heard that Marvel has a lot riding on this, so this movie needs to do well. But like I said before, I think it's gonna be mid. I don't think it's gonna fail. I don't think it's gonna break records either. It's just gonna be mid. But I don't have any negative feelings towards it. I'm looking forward to it. Well, let's just continue.
And either Marvel Studios can't stop, they won't stop, and maybe they don't want to help themselves because, man, they have given us more and more of Galactus until today when they dropped a brand new TV spot that you just watched that you can only find through their sponsored section but not actually posted to their YouTube that finally shows our first clear look at Galactus. We're going to pause it, we're going to break it down, we're also going to talk about some of the other rumors and leaks that are circulating on the back of the brand new news that's being shared officially about the film. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. If you're into that kind of thing, hit the sub button.
One more thing, I didn't expect to see Franklin in the movie. I thought Sue would be pregnant and that's about it. Like she'd be pregnant near the end of the movie or something. You just know that Franklin's on the way. So I was surprised that that she had the baby. But let's just continue.
Leave a comment down below. It's the best way to support the channel, plus it'll enter you for next week's PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so in our breakdown of the last TV spot, we talked about this very same scene implying that the plot leak was true and Galactus is after Franklin Richards. Well, in case you didn't get the implication, Marvel came out in this TV spot and spelled it straight out for you. Reed Richards tells the entire world that Galactus's bargain was give us your child and I will spare the Earth. Now, if you want to check back to our latest video that I'll have linked at the end of this, I break down the intricate reason that Galactus is looking for Franklin Richards and wants to take their son, because he is the answer to Galactus's eternal hunger. Galactus consents that Franklin Richards is so powerful that he could actually take Galactus's place and allow Galactus to be done with all of this. That's what he's truly after. We'll talk about that more in this video and how that applies to what's coming in Avengers Secret Wars. But the crazy reveal is very obviously we now get this very clear shot from the front, a great and first official look at Galactus in the film. There have been tons of promos that have showed Ralph Fiennes's face in the mask and what he'll look like, but this is the first time Marvel Studios hasn't obscured most of his character from the frame. Now, obviously, there are still people online ranting about the fact that he's not the right size, which is insane. First of all, Galactus in the comics can enlarge and shrink himself need be for whomever he's fighting and however he's presenting himself, so that is comic book accurate. Second of all, Marvel Studios and the Fantastic Four director Matt Shakman jumped through the exhaustive hoops of actually changing the aspect ratio when Galactus is on screen to make sure that they can capture him all. So do not worry about his proportions, his size, and quite honestly, just based on this very first look and without this being a high-res or HD version, I think this looks absolutely amazing. This is the Galactus we have dreamt about the entire time after some botched previous film attempts, and this is exactly what I wanted from this film. Now again, if you want the real sauce on what's going on between Franklin Richards and Galactus, it's extremely intricate in the comics. There are several reasons that could explain it with what's going to happen in the storyline. You really should check back to our other video. We go into detail there. But very obviously, if Galactus consents before Franklin Richards is even born, that he's powerful enough to become the new Galactus, that is the exact same reason that Doctor Doom is going to come after Franklin Richards as well. Those with immense power can tell that someone has now joined the fray that is way more powerful than all beings, and if they can seize and harness that power, then they can achieve their own agenda. For Galactus, that's replacing his internal hunger and not having to eat planets anymore, and for Doctor Doom, well, very obviously that's taking over the multiverse, and whatever he can't do himself to defeat God of Stories Loki, he can use Franklin Richards' power to help him. And I ultimately think that it's Franklin Richards' reality warping power, the power that's going to be on display at the end of the film when he creates this miracle that we're not going to talk about from the plot leak.
You know, I know a lot of people complain about the Franklin Richards character. They don't like Franklin Richards. They think the character is broken. He's a character that can do anything, and that's boring. So, but me, I don't have anything against Franklin. I just don't like that he turned in the comics he turned Galactus into his herald. Like why do they keep have to disrespect Galactus just to prove how strong another character is? It just seems lazy. And it turns Galactus into a punching bag, which is I'm so against that.
That is going to inspire people like Doctor Doom to say, hey, he can help me create a new reality. He's going to be the one that helps Doctor Doom create Battleworld after he finally destroys the current multiverse and has defeated God of Stories Loki. And I think that has a lot to do with his warpath across the multiverse, causing incursions and killing off anchor beings. Theories for future videos. But I did say during the prologue, and I will issue the lightest of spoiler warning now because we are going to talk about some of those plot leak details, not the big stuff at the end, but just what the trailer has confirmed, because right after that press conference where Reed Richards explains that the price that they asked was too high, that's when they formulate this new plan. That's when we see the clip of the Thing and Johnny Storm saying that that's a terrible plan, because Reed Richards is going to propose that they use Franklin Richards as bait to draw Galactus into the city, right? He's not going to destroy the Earth and consume it if Franklin Richards is the thing that he wants and Franklin Richards is on that Earth. That's what's going to cause Galactus to shrink himself somewhat and actually go after Franklin and approach the Earth, and that's the trap that the Fantastic Four are going to set. But right after they come up with that plan, Sue Storm is going to take Franklin Richards out into public right here in this scene, right here in this shot. And you can see that that poster that's been in the background of other frames for trailers says Earth believed in you in the past tense. The sentiment has really changed against the Fantastic Four because everyone wants them to give up Franklin Richards to spare the Earth. Now, obviously, there's some eerie dystopian thing here. Hey, sacrifice your son for the greater good of the people, but I have a hard time believing that. And I know that might sound a little ironic in the face of what this movie has, like Shia LaBeouf's Silver Surfer and Galactus and retrofuturism and all that, but still, that's the one plot point that from the plot leak months ago, I was like, you're asking us to really make a jump there. All of a sudden, the sentiment in the society is going to completely change against them, and everyone in society is going to want them to sacrifice their son. I don't know. I just feel like maybe there would be a more indelible line or shades of gray in that conversation. Regardless, they got to press the plot forward, and I think that's where we find them then coming up with this plan to lure Galactus in and try to beat him on their turf, and when they obviously went out into space and realized they didn't have a chance. Still, Marvel Studios, we are good on the TV spots now, man. Like, you do not need to give us another TV spot. I have always said this. If you don't already have your tickets for the Fantastic Four, I don't think revealing Galactus in one of these 29 or 30-second TV spots in the next 8 days are going to convince anybody, oh no, you know what, we really got to go ahead and get tickets. And there are still plenty of fans who just buy the tickets when they go to the theaters. And I guess it's going to be a little harder for Fantastic Four like it was for Superman, because a lot of theaters now you reserve your seats and they're selling out. Still, I just don't think Marvel understands that once we get this close to the film, you can still do marketing, but there is no sense in doing extra reveals in the TV spots. The diehards, they already have their tickets, and if you haven't bought them already, no reveal you can put in it.
Okay, guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I think we got the point. yeah, that we got a lot of information about the movie, about the characters, and where this movie might be going in terms of story wise. Um, so it's gonna be focusing on Franklin and Galactus, which is interesting because most people think it's gonna focus on Sue. I heard other YouTubers say it's focusing on Sue. No, it seems to me it's focusing more on Galactus and Franklin, and I'm okay with that. But that's gonna do it for now. Remember, go over to Everything Always, give their video a like, subscribe to their channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.